I've learnt so many stars. Forgive me. The study of Kung Fu fighting is ongoing. Don't ever hope to master all of them.
What's up, YouTube? We are the Masters of None, and we are the Monster Hunter experts.
Welcome to our a new series we're gonna start doing. We're gonna try to upload 2 videos a week. This is our Masters of None thoughts and opinions.
And we aren't really experts on Monster Hunter. You know, we've just put a whole lot more hours in it than the other masters. Yeah. So this is a game that we've been playing for 2 years now. And right now, Iceborne is out. It's been out for about a year, and we've been doing it big.
Yeah. So, of course, by the title, you can tell today we're going to be giving our thoughts and opinion on the Master Rank Kulve Taroth, what we think, you know.
Yeah, and Master Rank Kulve Taroth, as soon as they said it, I got real excited because that was one of my favorite fights in base Monster Hunter, especially, you know, up to the AT Kulve. And so we're definitely excited about it coming.
Yeah, I've had a lot of fun hunting Kulve Taroth and grinding for all those weapons. I've sold a little bit of my Kulve Taroth weapons, but I didn't sell all. I still got like pages on top of pages.
Well, I sold all of my rarity 6 weapons and some of my rarity 7 weapons, and I sold most of my weapons that I don't play with. So, but I kept most of them. I was afraid I was gonna have to go back and do a lot of AT Kulve to get my weapons back up, but when I looked, I still had quite a few. Yeah. So that was good. I was happy about that. Yeah. But more excited about this Master Rank Kulve. So you know, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
So
what do you think it's gonna look like?
I think you know how they did the rest of the Master Rank monsters. You know, they kind of gave them like it's almost like a shine to their color, but not quite. But he's already gold. But you know, they'll probably take the first, you know, like gold color instead of the temperate color.
Yeah,
where it's kind of like that whitish gold. But they'll probably take that first kind of gold tint and just kind of like brighten it up a little bit. You know,
one thing I think that's gonna look real cool if they bring him back with no horns. Like, because we broke the horns in the original, so since his horns is broke, he comes back with no horns, but he still dips in the gold and everything. I think that might look
kind of pick up where we left.
Yeah.
So you don't think he'll have like the big gold armor on?
Yeah, I think he'll, because he goes under the ground for the big armor, and then he kind of goes under there and gets the coating on him. I think it might be a lot easier to break off because they might focus on that Kulve that don't have that armor. Yeah,
that's kind of cool. But you know what, Master Rank, that also brings new moves. You know. Yeah. So what do you think? He gonna have some new moves? Maybe some more AOE type of moves? Because I don't know if you noticed, but with the Iceborne, they kind of had a thing with like a lot of the new monsters where they would change the environment, and it was a lot of area of effect moves. I feel like he'll have more area of effect moves.
And I think they said that we'll be able to grapple onto him too, so we might be able to flint shot him and do some things like that. So but I expect fully for him to do the lava and everything, and it might even get bigger. I mean, you remember Sappy, that move that he had, that explosion, so they might come out with some big move that he goes out with. And have us interact with the environment a little bit more. Speaking of that, the environment, I think, you know, I like the destination that they had, the maps they had for the AT Kulve and stuff, but I think also a change in the maps would be a good thing too, because it, you know, just give us something different, make it feel like a different fight.
And I had some thoughts on that. You know, like in the end when we break his horns and he goes off and climbs into that little tunnel. What if like they was like, what if we were to like start like maybe in that second area, fight him a little bit, break his horns, and instead of him leaving and ending the hunt, we kind of follow him down into that hole and see what else is back there. You know, it's like a brand new area back there.
That would be
and
cool.
Back there is where we, you know, get into him and, you know, let's go ahead and carve him up.
I think it'll give us that need for a new area and give us that new feel. So that would
make it feel fresh.
That would be
feel
real
like a new
cool.
hunt.
I'm excited for it either way. What about the weapons? And that's the main thing. That's what everybody wants.
One of my favorite cold weapons was that you get it from the Arc Temper Code. The great sword, the blast one, kind of looked like Zor Magdaros. I think it was a blast fell sword or something like that. Okay. Man, if I could upgrade that great sword, I'd be so happy.
Well, my favorite weapon was the light bow gun, that Tariff support light bow gun. It's actually the light bow gun that got me playing with bow guns. Because I can't remember who it was, but I mean, somebody I was battling and I started messing with it, and it had that rapid normal too. It was just satisfying to play with it. So I basically picked up that, but I was playing with the bow a whole lot, which it took me probably 300 hours just to get the what's the bow, the lightning bow that everybody wants.
Taroth spark or something like that.
Yes, it dropped for everybody but me.
You know, I still ain't got it. I still don't have that one.
Oh my goodness.
I still don't have that one.
The RNG is just. It's ridiculous.
They know how to make you want to grind though.
And keep grinding. But you know, with this new Master Rank Kulve, he's not dropping weapons. If you want the weapons,
right.
You got to go back and fight the old AP Kulve. But they're going to give us materials to upgrade. So I don't know what this upgrade system is going to look like, but I hope it's something like the Safi upgrade system where we can kind of pick and choose how we want to upgrade our weapons. And customize them to our fighting styles or the armor that we want to use.
If they did that might bring those weapons up to the meta, you know.
Oh yeah.
Because do you think that, you know, upgrading these weapons, do you think they would, you know, push out the Safi weapons?
I don't think they're going to push out the Safi, but I think they will compete and be along the same line, so you can actually choose: do I want to use a Safi weapon, or do I want to use this, you know, Master Rank Kulve set? And not even to mention, we got, you know, a Latreon coming here soon. That those weapons might be on that level too. Because right now, I'm using a combination of Safi weapons and I'm using the new Brachydius weapons. So I just depend on what I want to go, because what I want to use. I think they're compatible, right? And they give me the same amount of damage, and you know, I'm satisfied with all of them. So I think that's real cool. As far as rewards, I don't know if it's gonna give us anything besides these drops. We don't have to go and pick up a lot of pieces and stuff. We don't have to collect no tracks. Thank goodness. That was the best thing about Safi.
Another thing about Safi is, you know, collecting all those little stuff that he would drop and stuff like that. You go and sell it. You'll get a nice little chunk of money. You think he'll produce some good money?
I think we'll still get some good cards. We'll get some good cards, and we'll probably be able to upgrade our armor as well. Maybe a whole new armor set. That would be cool.
Yeah,
I remember Cole did not give us a set bonus, if I remember correctly. So they might give us an armor set. It gives us a new set bonus. All these new set bonuses, like the agitators, secret, and I think, you know, a lot of those set bonuses are changing the meta. So if they give us a Kulve with a good set bonus, I think, you know, that armor set would definitely change the meta.
Especially if it got some good jewels.
I remember the old Kulve we used a lot on bow guns because it had that free element ammo up. And so that was one of the things that we could put in that set without having to use a charm or anything like that. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it is very
cool. So what you think about the hunt? I mean, how you think the hunt's gonna feel? Do you think it's gonna feel like the old Kulve, or do you think it's gonna be a brand new experience?
Nah, I'm hoping it's gonna be, you know, a brand new experience. You know, being brought into the Master Rank side of things, you know, especially if they're gonna let us kill them and carve them, you know.
Oh yeah.
So
I think that's gonna be really cool.
How hard do you think it's gonna be? You think it's gonna be hard? I mean, he wasn't really hard in the base game, you know, especially once you really got used to fighting him. You know, he wasn't really that hard.
I think every monster is different for everybody. I mean, just like with these two new monsters, the Brachydius and the Rajang, the Furious Rajang. Because the tempered Rajang, I still struggle with.
I did too, yeah.
I'm thinking Furious Rajang was gonna be just hard. I mean, and I haven't lost a Furious Rajang yet. I have not lost a Furious Rajang yet.
He's easier to me. He's easier to me. Like, I had no problems.
Now, Brachydius gave me some trouble, and he was pretty hard until you learn, the moveset. But even now, Furious Rajang is not as hard to me as the Tempered Rajang. So I don't know how it's going to play out. Even with Safi G, I keep going back to him because that was the other, siege monster that we had. Safi Jiva was not extremely hard. But even when we had Arc Tempered Xenojiva, you remember how we struggled with that initially? We did struggle with that until we learned how to beat him. And once we learned how to beat him, it was pretty easy. But Safi Jiva, I don't think was ever as hard as when we initially started that Arc Tempered Safi Jiva. I mean, Arc Tempered Xenojiva. So, I think Capcom, the Monster Hunter team, they adjust the difficulties, but I think it all depends on the hunter. I mean, some people, they can hunt certain monsters better than others. Just like with Nergigante, I thought that the Ruiner was way easier than the original Nergigante.
Ruiner did feel a little easier.
How long did we spend on the original Nergigante?
Shoot, we got stuck. We were stuck.
And the feeling that we had when we first beat him, it was amazing.
It was so satisfying.
It was
so satisfying.
I mean, I was literally on the edge of my seat, heart racing until that last hit, and it was just like.
That's when we had to really just sit down. It was like, all right, we got to lay out these armor skills. Just figure out.
We were noobs. We were serious noobs, and we were running sets that didn't make much sense. And
we were just wearing what we liked.
And so once we started to. Learn the armor system and learn how to, match the skills and everything. I think we got a little bit better, but Ruiner, he's a lot easier to get, and so I just think it depends on the hunter and then the weapon choices, because with certain monsters I can use one weapon and beat them pretty easy, but then when I use another weapon, whether it's my skill level with it or just using that weapon, is a lot harder. Because like Diablos, for example.
Oh yeah, Diablos. I feel like at any level, Diablos is always gonna be hard. He can really pose a threat. Yeah.
But if I use the heavy bowgun and I use the guard up skill, and I'm pretty good. But if I use any other weapon, if that doesn't have a shield, like my sword and shield, I'll take a feint or two because I'm just not ready for that charge. And sometimes I can't get out my screamer pods fast enough. So so it becomes interesting. But the Kulve though, the Master Rank Kulve, I'm definitely excited about. Definitely excited about. Anything else you could think of about this?
No, I mean, we won't know until he's here.
I know.
So,
and I think he's supposed to be here this week. I know the festival starts this Thursday.
Does it start this Thursday?
The festival starts this Thursday. And I hope he comes with it. So we're definitely looking forward to it because we're excited about the Master Rank Kulve. Man, I hope these weapons are. Oh, they were some of my favorite weapons. I can't even get enough of it. But I think that's it for today.
I think we hit everything.
So thank you for joining us. One thing we definitely want you to do is check us out. We post videos every Monday of us playing different games. That's our Masters of New series. We got a few new series coming out. One thing we're excited about is the Monster Hunter series we got coming out. And in the Monster Hunter series, we're gonna basically take one of our masters who has never really played Monster Hunter before, and we're gonna take him from base game to
in-game Iceborne.
As fast as we can.
As fast as we can. And we're gonna teach him, and we ain't gonna just drag him through the game.
We're gonna drag him through the game. We're gonna be killing monsters in less than a minute. We're gonna get there before he ever gets there, and we're gonna kill the monster because we're gonna drag him from base game to
all
end game. And fast as we can. So I think that'll be a great series. I think we're going to have a lot of fun with that. We have a lot of exciting stuff coming up for the Masters of None. So hope you join us. Don't forget to like, subscribe, click the bell for notifications. Hey, leave us a comment. Tell us what you think about the upcoming Master Rank Kulve, and tell us what you think about Monster Hunter in general, because this is one of the games that we've loved. I've poured thousands of hours in it. I've poured a little over 1,000. Probably a lot over 1,000. And I know
we got 2 characters apiece.
Oh yeah, and I know there's others out there that have put in way more hours than we have. I mean, I've seen hunters with 999 ranks, and I'm like, wow. But,
leave us a comment with how many hours you put into Monster Hunter.
Oh yeah, definitely. And until next time, we are the Masters of None.